All right, let's get into it. La suerte de las letras, or the luck of the letters. Just the title alone, right? It has this immediate sense of mystery, of destiny, maybe even a journey deep into who we are. So it all kicks off with this one simple phrase. And this isn't just some catchy subtitle. It's the heart and soul of the entire book. A pretty big statement to make right from the get-go.
So, that's the big question, isn't it? What is this promise for the soul that the book is offering? Let's unpack that together.
Okay, so to really get what this promise is all about, we first have to understand the way it's delivered. We're talking about the power of micro-poetry, this idea that tiny words can build these incredibly deep connections.
The author behind this is Jesus Francisco Mendoza Gutierrez, a poet from Santa Marta, Colombia. And his chosen style, his genre, is this really fascinating thing called micro-poetry.
So what in the world is micro-poetry? Well, think of it as the art of saying a whole lot, of going incredibly deep, but using very, very few words. It creates this direct, almost spark-like connection with you, the reader. There's no fluff, just pure, concentrated meaning.
And you have to ask, why this kind of book, and why right now? It really feels like it's speaking to our current moment. You know, that feeling of being disconnected we all sometimes get? This book steps in to be a sort of balm for that loneliness, and maybe more importantly, a bridge to get us back to real, quiet reflection.
This isn't just a book you read from cover to cover. It's really set up to be a kind of map for an inner journey. And it comes with a very clear invitation: go slowly.
In this journey, it has this beautiful, almost ritualistic structure. It's laid out as a 50-day spiritual experience that's broken down into 7 cycles, each one lasting 7 days. And here's the cool part. Along the way, you're unlocking 49 different emotional doors, and every single micropoem is the key.
And the book itself tells you exactly how to approach it. It literally says, go slowly, to reflect. Why? Because it's in that pause, that moment you give yourself to just be with the words, that the message really sinks in and does its work.
So let's see what that actually looks like. Let's try to open the very first door. The first cycle is called The Call, and it's all about reconnecting with that inner source of forgiveness and love, the one we so often forget we even have.
And to make this really tangible, let's experience one of those keys from this first cycle. It's a micropoem titled, fittingly enough, A Call.
It starts with this totally disarming honesty. Now that I seek you, oblivion awakens. What I did, what I caused. Right away, you're pulled into this really vulnerable moment of self-reflection.
But then, it shifts. All that emanation of light emerges with a purpose, to clean the corners full of voices and memories in my room. See, this shows us that looking inward isn't about beating ourselves up. It's about making space. It's about cleaning out those old voices to let something new in.
And that poem, right there, it opens the door to the book's deepest message. This idea that we have the power to write our own destiny. The luck of your letters.
The poem wraps up with this incredible mix of vulnerability and just absolute hope. And I don't know how, maybe you can help me understand, love always finds. It's like saying, I'm lost, but I have complete faith that love will find the way.
This all boils down to the author's central metaphor, which is just so powerful. Our words, our thoughts, our intentions. They're like seeds that we choose to plant in the garden of our own soul.
So the takeaway here is huge. Our letters aren't just characters on a page. They're our actual thoughts and ideas. The way we arrange them literally shapes who we are on the inside. We get to choose what we write on our own hearts. And by doing that, we can actively build a better destiny for ourselves.
So after this whole journey, it all leads to one final invitation. The focus shifts away from the author's words and lands squarely on yours. It becomes your story to write.
In the end, the luck of the letters is just this incredible proof that something really small, a single word, a passing thought, can hold something eternal inside it. It shows us that in every single word we choose to hold on to, there's a seed of the person we're becoming. And so, the book leaves us all with one final, deeply personal question. The pen is in your hand. Now, what do you wish to write?